don't want to press 1 for English. I want to press 1 to have them deported.
The bipartisan border bill. Can I give you a little bit of my personal philosophy? Whenever I hear the term bipartisan, I automatically know we're all about to get screwed.
Let's get ready to rumble! You can't handle the truth. Awesome, baby, we're top of the line.
Hi, I'm Pastor Marty, and this is the Afternoon Drive. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Once you are, smack the bell, click the word all. That gives you notifications of my rants, my ravings, and my undeniably flawless reasonings. Please like and share this video. Put it on your social media platforms, a link to it. That's how we get the word out that we're here. Thank you so much for helping us spread the word about the Afternoon Drive. Even my dog Fletcher over here understands that the border bill is, it's not all that. And now the RINOS and the cockroaches that they are coming out of the woodworks trying to shame the conservatives, shame the libertarians, shame the MAGA patriots that, why are you not on board? Something is better than nothing. No, believe it or not, sometimes nothing is the best option. 10,000 illegals a day are coming in. 10,000. The only thing this so-called bill would do is maybe slow it down to 5,000 a day. And even then, there's trickery in the language. This is not a border bill. This is a give more money to Ukraine grift. This is give money to Israel. That's what this is. This is about funding more global war, period. That's all this is. Joe Biden, thinking that he's got a political win here, that if the Republicans don't sign on with this, that he can hit the campaign trail and say, hey, look, I gave them an opportunity to do something about the border, and they chose to do nothing. When in reality, he has the full authority right now as the El Presidente of these United States. He can close the border, period. He can instruct the border agents that are there, let no one in. And if you catch them coming in illegally, spin them right around on their heels and push them back into Mexico, period. If you round them up, if they've snuck by you, if they've gotten through, do not catch and release in the United States. Catch and release them back to Mexico. He has that authority. He chooses not to use it. Why? Because here comes the plan for 2024, boys and girls. They don't have a scamdemic in place to pad the electorate with ballots, millions of extra mail-in ballots. So now we're going to let them vote. Oh, I promise you, they're going to let them vote. Look at New York City. On the one hand, you have Mayor Eric, who declared that New York City was a sanctuary city, and then when he got overrun with these migrants, let's just call them what they are, invaders. These people are invading the United States. They should be treated like terrorists. As they continue to invade the United States, they overwhelm New York City to where the city is paying millions of dollars to rent out luxury hotels, which is where they're putting these people who are then trashing and destroying these hotels. And as they trash and destroy these hotels, the taxpayer will be on the hook to refurbish and remodel them, or they'll outright just buy them and then own them, because that's what the New York taxpayer wanted, was to own hotels that have been trashed by illegals. Now they've kicked kids out of school in New York City and sent them home to do distance learning so that they can use the school buildings to house migrants. illegal invaders. And now they're giving them prepaid credit cards to the tune of $53 million. Do you understand that if they claim, as they cross the border, that they're a political refugee seeking asylum, they're given a cell phone with a court date. They're never going to show up for the court date, but understand this, that with that court date, they can show that on their cell phone at any TSA checkpoint, including an airport, and that becomes, are you ready for this? Their ID in the United States. Yeah. And I'll bet they get to use that ID to what in November, boys and girls? Vote. And the RINOs that sign on to this are signing on to that as well. Mark it down and make sure that your RINO senators and congresspeople hear from you. Because that's what this is about. And remember, in 2020, the most free and drama-free and perfect election that has ever been held in elections. It wasn't just Democratic shenanigans. It was RINOs, the establishment, the swamp, all working together. All you have to know is that Bitch McConnell is in on this border bill, and you know it's bad, 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 bad with a capital bad. This is not about the border, not the U.S. border. This is about securing the Ukraine border from Russia, and it doesn't even do that. This is about paying Ukraine oligarchs. It's about funding Zelensky and his lifestyle and the people that he chooses to allow to be part of the grift over there. The war that never ends. I've been watching some videos on YouTube, people who live abroad, and there's this guy from Australia, I don't know his name and I don't know the name of his channel, but apparently he lives in Russia. And so, the other day we got a tour of a typical Russian apartment. But on Saturday, I watched one that I thought was really kind of interesting. When Russia went into Ukraine and all those American businesses standing in solidarity pulled out of Russia. Coca-Cola pulled out. McDonald's pulled out. There were over 800 McDonald's across Russia. Pulled out. Well, a company was formed in Russia. And they took over the McDonald's that were left. And in the beginning, very much so, they just stuck with the McDonald's menu. 30,000 people in Russia worked for McDonald's Corporation. They were unemployed. So some investors, I'm sure some oligarchs, but some investors got together and created a new company that took over all the old McDonald's restaurants that were just literally just locked and walked away. Everything was still in them. All the furniture was still there. All the equipment was still there. American corporations pulled out of Russia like Joe Biden had the American military pull out of Afghanistan. We just left everything behind. And so you have all these middle management and et cetera still in Russia. They knew how to make Big Macs. They knew how to make the McDonald's menu. Well, this Australian living in Russia, he went to a brand new facility just built. And I forget the name of the Russian version of the new McDonald's. But they've got their own logo now. But you walk inside, it looked like an American McDonald's. Things were even in English up on the walls. It's brand new, so it's post McDonald's pulling out. And first thing I couldn't get over was the prices. And I understand that, we were going to kill the Russian economy with all of the sanctions we were putting on them. And I told you 3 years ago when this all started, no, Russia will join forces with China and they will create a new economy that will one day dwarf the United States. And that is in the process of happening, boys and girls. All the credit card companies, MasterCard, Visa, American Express, they pull out of Russia. That's it. Cutting off credit to Russian people. Man, I wish I'd lived in Russia then, and I wish I'd run up about $50K on credit cards, because good luck ever getting any of those people to pay you back. Unfortunately, it got passed on to me and you. Your interest rates went up on your credit card to pay off the Russian debt. But they showed a picture, or the guy was doing a taste test of the Big Mac meal. Which, by the way, the Big Mac, medium fries and a medium drink, and Russian money transferred over to U.S. money, $3.50. You can't buy the Big Mac by itself in this country for $3.50, and in Russia, $3.50 will get you the whole meal. And this is what this Australian guy said. The French fries were better. They were what McDonald's fries used to be. Thin and light and crispy. No grease stains. He said the Coca-Cola, which was not the Coca-Cola because Coca-Cola pulled out. So a Russian company took over the actual factory where Coca-Cola was made in Russia. And he said, it's not exactly Coke, but he said, it's really close. And he said, and in a fountain drink, he said, it's pretty much Coca-Cola. But I looked at the Big Mac, and the Aussie guys even sitting there singing the old Big Mac song. 2 all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun. It was a gorgeous looking burger. And the patties were actually like 1/4 pound patties. Have you seen an American Big Mac lately? I had one just the other day. I got a hankering for one, and I went and got one. The patties are about the size, I kid you not, of a $50. I couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it. And again, I believe the burger by itself is close to $5 or $6. Just the burger. You get it as a meal, it's a 10 spot, easy. This is unbelievable. And so, under the guise of a border bill, we're going to continue to fund Ukraine so that this war goes on forever. The military-industrial complex in this country makes money. The corrupt oligarchs in Ukraine make money. And the Russian economy continues to grow and thrive. And this is what so-called Republicans like Senator Cotton and Bitch McConnell want you to be all excited about. No, I shouldn't have said Cotton. Crenshaw. Cringe Shaw would be a better name. You know, the one-eyed Patch the Pirate. Border deal is not a border deal. It's the establishment working together to ensure that the border stays open so that the Democrats have a new voting bloc in November.